Hi Libra, welcome to your bonus read for the week. I'm going to be taking a look at the person on your mind and what they're hiding from you. I'm going to pull 3 cards to start, clarify each card to give us some more insight. And at the end of your reading, I'm going to pull 3 messages plus 1 bonus message from this person from the Hidden Truth Oracle deck. Now, this is a general reading and it may not resonate for everyone. If it resonates for you, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel as it helps me to pick up on your energy for all future reads. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome. This is a reading series that I do every month where I look into the person on your mind and see what they're hiding from you. Everyone else who is returning back to my channel, welcome back. And I'm glad to have everyone here, excited to jump into your reading for all of you and get some insight into your situation. So let's go ahead and dive right in. For a Libra, show me the person on their mind and what they're hiding from Libra. Okay, that doesn't make any sense, you know, the way that they're going back and forth with a certain situation here. But bottom of the deck is going to be the Empress. Okay, so this person still has love for you, but it doesn't make sense what they're doing here because they are leaving. They are hiding the fact that they are leaving and walking out into the cold, looking at other options here, even though they have love for you, but they still spy on you. The thing is as they're leaving, and it's something that they intentionally do on their own with that 5 of Pentacles, because they could bring themselves in out of the cold, but they're not. Instead, they're leaving and leaving you alone. And then, you know, looking at other options. Feels like those other options are not entirely happy with because, you know, it's too many or it's not what they're looking for. Some of them are coming off as bad options and choices. And then them spying on you with that Page of Swords coming out here. It just doesn't make sense because this is all intentional that they're doing on their own. And then they're saying that they still love you. So they're a bit confused by what they want, what's working out for them, what's not working out for them. So they are going through a bit of a mess here. There's also the fact that I get an additional situation where they are going through some financial hardship, you know, dealing with debts and financial loss. And there's too many ideas of how to make up that financial loss. And they're trying to learn like one specific way to fix that situation for them, but not knowing how to do that. And it looks like trying to keep things in a good structure in their life. Maybe that's something that is included in the same situation, but they should open up and talk to you about it, but they're not. I do have Taurus energy. I also have Scorpio and Aquarius and Gemini energy that comes out so far. Let's go ahead and clarify this 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. So it's been something that has been on their mind more so about leaving. Yep, see, they're going to sneak off like a thief in the night. You know, they tell you one thing and then they do something different. So they've made plans to leave because they feel like it's not going to work out. It's been something heavy on their mind with the Ace of Swords. But then we have that 7 of Swords coming out at the bottom of the deck right here. I feel like they're also deceiving themselves. Like, I want to leave Libra, but then I love Libra. And then, you know, they're just back and forth with their feelings here, you know, and this is what they're hiding from you is the sneaky intent of wanting to leave, but also feeling like they want to stay. It's really confusing, you know, because you want a straightforward answer from this person and they're not going to give you that. They don't even know how to give themselves that kind of answer. So I do have Gemini, Libra, and also Aquarius energy that comes out. Let's go ahead and clarify that Seven of Pentacles. Is it Seven of Pentacles? Oh, it is. So it's not options and choices. It's more that they're impatient. Sorry, when I was holding it this way, sometimes it's hard for me to see that it is that way. So it's not options and choices. More so, it's that they've grown impatient to want to leave. Their financial resources still not being what they were hoping it was going to be, and losing patience in that situation. So it comes out that some choices that they did make, and that might be why it came out that way, some choices that they have made or did make did not work out financially for them, or did not keep them grounded, and they've grown impatient to wait to see things work out, but yet trying to learn different ways of, like, what can I do to fix this, but also leaving you because they're impatient, but yet spying on you in the process. You know what? That spying comes off like they're trying to have some kind of reason. Like, I wonder what Libra is doing behind my back, because that would give me enough reason to say I'm leaving for this reason, rather than them just owning up to the fact that they want to leave, that they've checked out, that they feel that this is a loss, that they've, you know, you can't trust this person. They can barely trust themselves. So let's go ahead and clarify that Seven of Pentacles. We have the Devil energy coming out in a 50-50 energy here, as well as the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck right here. Tired of waiting. There's something about, like, fear still playing a part in their life here. Making choices and having attachments to really unhealthy things in their life, and trying to break free from it. Trying to be, like, more independent, and it comes off that they're presenting themselves on the outside as this Queen of Wands, like everything's fine and well put together, but truly they're not feeling that way, because there's a little bit of fear and unhealthy attachment to the fact that they are waiting, like have waited long enough, or even gambling problems, or some kind of addiction that they have that is tied to money. They spent too much knowing that they shouldn't have done it, but try to present themselves as like everything's fine and I have my life together. It just comes off more of a lie than anything within themselves, and trying to convince themselves that everything's fine here. So let's go ahead and we're going to clarify that Page of Swords. I did have Capricorn energy, as well as a Leo, Sagittarius, a little bit of Aries energy that comes out. Let's clarify that Page of Swords. These cards coming out like this. Spying on you to see if you're doing something wrong here. Like, they're very diligent towards trying to figure out what it is that you're doing wrong. So that way it makes them feel that leaving is the best choice. But they don't feel good about it. That's the thing. They don't feel good about leaving, but at the same time they are leaving. And they're sneaking off. If you loan this person money, I wouldn't expect to have them pay you back, because they can't. They have themselves in a lot, trying to learn how to get themselves out of financial trouble as well, and working really hard to do so. But at the same time, trying to find a reason to leave you and not give you the full truth. It's like they will say some things to you that are going to come out harsh about why they leave. It doesn't have a lot of feeling behind it. It's not the entire truth. It's just what they are making their truth. Does that make sense? They're not being completely honest. They're giving you half the truth. This person is going through something also, like I said, financially, legally, something like that. So let's go ahead and get some messages. This person gives a very confusing energy of not knowing what they want, and this would drive me crazy. So I can only imagine what you've been dealing with, Libra, where this person goes back and forth. One minute they're all out, the next minute they're all back in, the next minute they're halfway in and halfway out. And that just is not healthy for your mental stability, because you're constantly battling with Why are they doing this? Did I do something? And that's not fair to you because they're inconsistent or they don't know what they want. So yeah, let's go ahead and we're gonna get some messages. I do have your energy that comes out here with the Justice card. I also have the Virgo energy that came out with that 8 of Pentacles. But let's go ahead and get some messages. What is this person holding back from telling Libra? They go back and forth and it just makes it really confusing. So first off, I want to be more than friends is at the bottom of the deck. Okay. First message that came out, I'm starting to understand our connection. I think they're really trying to, but they're also checked out. They keep themselves, you know, isolated from coming in from the cold whenever they could go inside and get out of this bad weather, you know, this situation that they feel it's just not working. Instead of finding a solution, they think more about how they should lie to you and leave. And that makes it confusing to say that they understand the connection. I think that they're trying to understand their side of it to make it easier to leave. And not taking accountability here. It's like they're pushing their own thoughts of how the situation is. Like it's Libra's fault or it just isn't working out because of all these reasons. But they're not looking at what part they play in it. They're just looking at everything else around it, surrounding the situation. So just being near you is intoxicating, okay? And there's this connection that you have with each other where they feel when they're around you, it draws them back in. And they don't know how to say no. It's like they forget all the other things of why they want to leave, why they want to lie to you, why they feel the way that they feel. So they're confused, you know, how can they love you or have love for you, but also want to leave at the same time? It's really difficult. So there's something deeper. I'm just going to put it this way. There's something deeper that they are hiding, but they're hiding it from themselves. So it's not coming out here. There's something deeper to this situation that they're hiding because they're trying to convince themselves that it's everything else around them and you, and they're not being completely honest and truthful here. So I know that I crossed a line with you, and that is something that, you know, they spy on you, not doing the right thing, giving you the truth. I feel like this person's like, no, I'm going to go about my own way, and so are you. And they'll tell you something that is not entirely true. It's got a lot of false information in it. And that's where they cross the line, is because they start lying a bunch to you and not being honest here. So I'm so attracted to you. And it came out in a 50-50 energy. So I get they're confused about the attraction they have for you. Maybe they're confused about who they're attracted to, what they're attracted to, what attraction means to them. I feel like this person's really trying to figure things out, but they keep, you know, pointing the finger at everything else instead of looking within and doing some self-reflection of, why am I wanting to leave? Why is it this way? Why do I have these unhealthy attachments? Why can I not tell the truth? Those are the things that are lacking here. And it's something that they are really, really covering up and hiding within themselves, of being dishonest with who they are or their reason of wanting to leave, because they're going back and forth with you and it just makes it really confusing. So Libra, this is what I have for you this time. If it resonates with your situation, go ahead and hit that like button. I will see you in your next reading coming up. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.